Okay, let's start this. If I can find the other die, there it is. V-sets 2326, reversed V-sets. Hi, yes, Jay, good morning. Oh, there's one more. Who is that? Dawn. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Jeremy. Here we go. Heart 6. Hey Ken, good morning. Good morning, Alfredo. Here we go. So. Two, 3, 2, 6. That's it. Four, 5, 9. Secondary. Two, 3, 2, 6, that's up. Two, 4, 6. Front line, I think, but more to the point, it was explosion of my which die? Right die. 2, 4, 6. Days out. Three, two, five. Second. Dice up. One, five, six. Explosion of what of my left die? 1, 5. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Kurt. Dice up. Four, two, six. Secondary. Two, three, two, six. Here. Thank you, guys. Five, six, yo. Secondary. 大丈夫。Hard 8. Bit boring. Explosion of the right die. Two, 3, 2, 6. Six, 2, 8. Second, no, that's implosion, left, 6, 2. Two, 3, 2, 6 dice up. Hard 6. Implosion right. Two, 3, 2, 6 dice up. Two, 5 double pitch. Perfect with a 4, 6, 10, okay. Lots of axis results, which I like. There was a 7 to be made, 2, 5, 5 to be preferable than the rest of them. I'm glad it's something which is a little bit predictable. This was an 11 row. And you can see, I'm using the same set. So, I had a couple of 8s, mostly 6s. 5 and a 9, hey yo, and a 7 out. So. Good morning, Jacob. How are you? I watched your sort of betting, different betting styles. You know, the Molly and the regression systems, and I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate that. All right, let's try again. I'm gonna stick to one set. Maybe try and see whether there is some sort of bias towards certain results or not. What's going on? I really don't know, but I think people are excited about something. Thanks, Wager. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. Well, we're on Crapsee if you want to join. 2326. Nice out. No roll. Balancing Castle has spoken. Dice out. Aces. Unexpected. That's explosion of the left die. In this configuration, it's something that we don't want to see. 2, 3, 2, 6. Because if we rotate, explode is a 1, 6. Rotate, explode is a 3, 4. So in this configuration with the inverted V sets or cross sixes, as opposed to 2, 6, 2, 3, whereby if we do this, it's a hard 6, do that, box card. So I'm sticking with a set. Maybe I will see something that, you know, it's good morning, Dan. They are splitting. Oh, I can't do it after a certain, like 30 seconds. Sorry, Wager. I'm at work. Okay. They're splitting before the toss. All right. Hold. Okay. I will have a look later. I will do that. I find that my grip becomes more comfortable later on during the roll. 6, 4, 10. That's a drift. It's okay to have drifts. Okay. On this row, no, I looked at the dice. I don't know why it looks like they're splitting up, but I would say they were okay. Maybe you guys are seeing something that I can't see. So this is a drift. From a 2.6, 2.3 drift to a 6.410. Together, 415. That's a what? 4-1 is explosion on both dice. Yeah. Okay. They opened up, so they were here. 2, 6, 2, 3. No, 2, 3, 2, 6. Okay. Some time ago, my really good friend, I consider him one of my best friends, Matt Slightmack, he did a video whereby he's saying, well, I don't see a difference between having it in this configuration or this configuration. And he actually made me think about it, but he's right, assuming certain conditions are met. And the first one is assuming that you stay on axis. By playing around with the sets, the V sets, and putting them in two different configurations, you actually take into account your mechanics in terms of whether your dice explode or implode most of the time. So this is what, you know, we're trying to do. Two, 3, 2, 6 dice out. That's a 2, 6, 8. 2, 3, 2, 6. That's secondary. That's axis. This one didn't reach the back wall, and that's because of my felt. Here's my 2 hits, and I'm counting down. I am a firm believer of what Wager was saying in his video yesterday about betting styles, the light side. 2, 3, 2, 6. In order to make money at the casino, you don't need to sort of stay up for too long if you're playing the light side. Jeremy from Color Up did this video, I think 2 or 3 times in a row, and he described the first video, the initial video, which sort of made me think about it, and I thought, whoa, was called "Are You a Loser?" I don't know why I chose to watch it, but it actually explained the math behind 2 hits, 3 hits, and then 4 hits, 5 hits before you regress. All right. Two, 3, 6, 2, 3, 2, 6. Sorry. Bounce the castle. have a disappearing act as well. No, can't find it. Looking for a white guy. Okay, found it. Two, 3, 2, 6, just the same set. And the other person who talked about reversing the way you your sets work. It was Bone Thrower. It was a long time ago. He didn't explain why, but he said if your dice are putting 7s out for you, that was a 2-4, I think. 2-4-6, or 4-2-6. Sorry, 4-2-6, which was axis. He simply said, if you have a set, let's say 2, 4, 4, 6, and it's giving you 7s, just take one die, put it on the other side. It will not give you 7s. And that holds true if your mechanics are consistent. Yeah. I don't mind, Jacob. I think we're all here to learn, and I'm the first one to admit that I don't get much feedback. So, thank you very much. Two, 3, 2, 6. All right, 2, 4, 6 was what we just hit. 50, 60. Sorry if I'm too slow, guys. I apologize about that. There's a 1, 5. Secondary, I think. 1, 5. 2, no, 2, 3. So that was explosion 5. 2, 3, 2, 6. So there was explosion 1, 2. I don't know the set very well, so nice up. Heart 4, that's a primary hit. And I think it's the first 4. We are on a 2326 set. So it's nice to hit a primary now and again. Doesn't make us look so random. Let's see, he's saying 6 and 8s are on point. Yeah, the 6 is giving the finger to everything else. Alright, let's just focus. 2, 3, 2, 6. Three, 5, 8. Second. Nice out. 2, 3, 2, 6. That's a 6, 4, 10. That's implosion. Oh, that's a drift. 6, 4 is a drift. And that's a front line. Okay. Present. Let's explain. Started with a 2, 3, 2, 6, drifted 6, 4, 10. All right, everybody's set. Oh, thanks, man. That's implosion left 6, 2. Two, 3, 2, 6. If I implode the die, it means that I'm on the right sets, I'm on the right sort of subfamily of sets, because the equivalent numbers are on the outside. Let me just explain something. So if you see a 3 here, you will see the 3 outside. If you see a 6 here, the 6 is also here. As opposed to the original set, which is a 2, 6, 2, 3, whereby the 6 is here and the 6 is inside. The 3 is here and the 3 is inside. So I call them reversed V sets. So, all right, here we go, dice out. No roll. Bouncy castle. 2, 3, 2, 6. Dice out. That's a 6-1. There was so much trouble, and I think that was because of the height of the throw. I made a mistake. 6-1. Not a mistake, it's just, you know, mechanics do change. So you have to control them a little bit more. 6-1, 7. So 11 and a 10. Okay, so SOR, SR are looking quite okay. 6 and 8, they're doing very well. Box numbers are at 81%, mostly on the each side. So we're beating the average by 32, 33%. And the quality of the roll, 2.81. Nothing spectacular happened. We didn't hit an ATS or a repeat or anything like that to push that 2.81 upwards, but so yeah. All right, here we go. Let's repeat our bets. Thanks, guys. So now we need to employ one more set. I'm going to sort of start with the set that I was using just now. The 6-1 was an implosion. I'm just going to 2-3, 2-6 was the set, I think. We suffered implosion. So what we're going to do is just quarter turn our dice to this position. Because what happened was this and this 6-1-7. So we're going to put the ace right at the bottom by quarter turning the dice away from us to a 3-5-6-5. The results should not change that much. And then subject to getting 4 good results out of this, we're going to change the set and go to a V set, a 3V set, so we can get different numbers out of it. Let's see. Let's just see how things go. But that's the plan. That's the strategy. 3-5-6-5. I can't see. There's a 4 and a 1. So the ace is quite persistent. Let's see if we did something. 4-1, it's an explosion of both dice. Actually, it's a very dangerous thing what just happened. 4-1-5. It was a 4-1-5, so that was axis. Primary. Four one was axis primary, so it was okay. 3-5-6-5. All right, 5-6. Second. We did say that we were going to get slightly different numbers, but I'll take 4 numbers before I move to a different set. 2-3-2-6 is the original set. 3-5-6-5 is the final. Here we go. One for 5. That's explosion of both dice. And it's a frontline winner. It's okay to explode, but let's see. We are on a 3-5, 6-5. And we exploded the dice. That together 1-4. This is a dangerous result because if one die exploded only 1-6-7, one die exploded 4-3-7. That's the danger of, quarter turning dice. Here we go. 700. Let's play across. Bets off. Dice up. Five, 3, 8. That's that's result number 3. That's implosion of the right die. This is in line with what we want. 5, 3, 8. This is what happened. Rotation 5, implosion 3. That's fine. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And I'm just trying to explain here what I consider, what's the definition of sort of, what's the word? Predictable results and non-predictable. Like the 145 was not predictable because whatever I was doing was predicting that I was either going to stay on axis or implode the dice, not explode them. 3, 2, 1. The 5-3 was more predictable. 3, 5, 6, 5. Dice out. Heart 4, that's a primary. 4, 4, 2, 2. Okay, we come down. So we have 4 numbers. We're going to go 2, 3, 6, 3, 2 set. It's a V set. However, we did decide to quarter turn the dice this way to a 4, 6, 2, 6, 4, 2, 4. So that's the set, 6, 4, 2, 4, dice out. Oh, and just to, sorry, I'll put them back down. Whatever you see here, you will see on the outside. Whatever you see on this face, you will see on the outside. So if I turn them, it's a 2, 2. If I turn these, it's boxcars. 6, 4, 2, 4, dice out. One, 4, 5. Second reading. Let's do a little pressure. Oops. Do last. And here we go, dice out, 3, 2, 1. Six, 4, 2, 4. Dice up. I think to become a better, sort of more experienced shooter, you need to think of dice in a very three-dimensional way. They have 3 movements, and you need to be able to visualize what's happening to the dice in a 3-dimensional way as opposed to a 2-dimensional way. 6424 dice out. Hard 8. That's a primary hit. Up to now we're not getting any new numbers basically. I'm not looking for them, I'm not actually thinking, oh, what can I do to make it happen. 6424. Hard 8 was here. That must have been the point. Yep. Okay. Off. Nice out. 3, 2, 1. That's a hard 4. What was that? That was the implosion we were looking for, so okay. Two. Hello Otto, good to see you. Alright, so I don't know if you guys remember what we said just minutes ago. 6424 is a set we're using. We noticed that our dice are imploding more than exploding, so this is exactly what happened with the left die. Implosion 2-2. Okay. Whatever. Okay, cool. 5 of 6. Nice up. Hello Tito, good to see you, man. I did not get a single new result out of this set. 6424 dice out. Aces, okay, that's in your result. And if we can just examine the result for a second. The same thing as 6s. 6424, implosion, and then rotation to the aces. So makes sense what happened. Oops. And I look forward to some more different results as opposed to those that we already have. Dice up. Ah, 5-2. That was what? That was 6424. Yeah, that was explosion. left, 5 to 7. That was another 10, okay. We're there, we're just around the 10 mark. Let's see if, still very high box number success, 77%, 61 inside and 60, okay. 4s and 10s are on average basically. Now it's become apparent to me that it's not viable for me to invest in the ATS. Can you tell me why? Simply because I'm not hitting everything. I'm not changing sets to sort of promote the completion of the ATS. Here we go, back to 3236. We're changing the set now to account for the explosion. Let's see what sort of numbers we're going to get. It's a 156 implosion. Now, because we imploded the dice, from a 3236, we're going to move towards this, to 5313. Why? Because the implosion 7s are at the bottom. Aces, heart 10 is here. I need to implode, and for this die to go to the bottom. To get a 1-6, I need to implode, and for this die to go to, whoops, 5-3-1-3. I need to implode, and then for this die to go to the bottom. Here we go, 5-3-1-3. Dice out. Five, 3, 8. That's second. So this is what happened, just a quarter turn of die 5-3-8. That was axis secondary. Here we go. One, 3, and I just avoided the 7. Just avoided the 7 by simply putting my dice where I did. 1, 3, 4. That was implosion of my left die to the ace. And I will explain what just happened. 5-3-1-3 was a set. Imagine if we didn't, this is what happened. I will show you the behavior. Rotation of both dice, implosion left. Let's go to a 3-2-3-6, which is the original set. Rotation of both dice, implosion left, 1-6-7. So this is how you visualize your results. This is why you just adjust with quarter turns to avoid certain numbers. Okay, everything comes down. So my job as far as betting is concerned is done. I'm just trying to focus now on my role to prolong. 5-3-1-3. Let's get 4 results out of this set. Hopefully good ones. Hard 10. Another implosion. This time right die. 5-5. So we have 3 results. 5-3, 1-3. This was the original. This one stayed as it was. Implosion of the right die. The last one we had implosion of this die. So what's happening with the mechanics? Why is this happening? There has to be a thumb imbalance, and we are pushing the dice like so, and the rotations make the implosions happen. So if we're going to go into mechanics and see how we can fix this to avoid this happening, we need to keep our thumb quite high up so that it doesn't have the ability to push the dice. That's number one. Number two, we need to send the dice down the lane with enough momentum energy so that the thumb doesn't need to interfere and push them at the last minute, because the brain said to it, we don't have enough energy to send them to the back row. So it's a combination of 2 things happening together that we need to address at the same time in order to avoid having this phenomenon happen where the dice come inwards. However, because we assume that we're at the real table, we try not to mess with our mechanics too much. I'm trying my very best to keep the thumb very high up. Nice up. That's a 1-3-4. No, we still got an implosion from the left die, and just avoid the 7 in the process. If we were on the original set, 1-3-4. So we have 4 numbers now. Let's try and use something else. Let's go with a 1-5, 1-4. That's a cross 6s set. And we're just going to turn it towards us to 2-1-3-1. So we'll get a 3-1-4, 1-2-3. Okay, let's see. not really helping. It's not the best of sets, sorry. 6362 is going to be the set. 5-6. Let's try it out. 4-6-5-6. Not ideal, but let's see. Did we hit the 4? Did we put the 4 down? Yes, we did. So that goes up by 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 4-6-5-6. Dice out. Two. That's a double pitch on axis. And it's not a new number, 4-2-6. That's a frontline winner, I guess. Yeah. We shouldn't be excited about things like that because 4-6-5-6. That was a set. 4-2 final, so that was a double pitch. Place bets are off. Do we see something happening which, you know, is apparent? The 5 and the 9. Let's just have a look at this. 5 is okay, the 9 is non-existent. So we're using sets which avoid the 9, avoid the 3 craps, avoid the 12. All right, let's change that. Let's just use sets which may promote the 9. Three 3-6-2-6. Okay, 3-6-2-6. Let's do that. Dice out. Right, double pitched it again. 6-1. Was it come out? Yeah, thank God. Okay. We stayed on axis, but we double pitched it. So what does that mean? That it wasn't an isolated incident, that our 4-5, we yielded a 4-2-6. It's our mechanics. All right, here we go. Three 6-2-6. Little quarter turn, 1 die. 3-6-1-2. Dice up. Six, 3-9. Doesn't really show much. This was what? Implosion. 6-3 was implosion, which is fine. Alright, 6-3. Have a new point. Guys, give me a minute, I'll be right back. Thank you guys for waiting. Alright, here we go. So I'm beginning to think now that it's time to switch sets, but let's stay with whatever we were doing. It was a 3-6, 3-6-2-6, and we quarter turn one die to a 3-6-1-2. Place that. One, 5, 6. Second, 5. 3, 6, 1, 2. It's actually a primary. Right. It's right here, 1, 5, okay. Nice up. Self-correction. 1-6. The wrong movie. 1-6-7. Sorry guys, this was short. 1-6. I'm hoping that most of you are able to come down. Another 10. All right. What can we do now? Are people making money? I don't know. Question to everybody. If you're making money on these rolls or not. 11, 10, 10, 10. Boxes are at 78%, 58 of those inside, 19.5 4s and 10s. I should hope so. Okay, cool. No 12s, no 3 craps today. We ran out of stock yesterday with 3 craps. We just had a jumbo sale. Man, that was terrible yesterday. Okay, cool. Thanks, Don. I don't like talking a lot, but I think sometimes it's important to demonstrate what we do. If for no other reason but to share with people that becoming more experienced as a shooter requires a lot of how should I put this? A lot of mental power, processing power, and it has to be done on the go. As results come in, you need to be able to say, okay, this is what happened. This is, this is the best alternative for me. All right. Well, we're going with hardways now, 3-6, 3-6. And the reason why we're doing this is that it's become very tiring to see your dice just go, one off axis all the time, and to sit and have to think about it and say, okay, what adjustment do I make to a V-set or to a cross 6 or 7, etc. So, yeah, at some point you have to say, okay, that's enough. Let's go with something easier to digest. I haven't been double pitching a lot, so that's part of the decision-making process here. Thanks. 3-6, 3-6. Aces, that's primary. Not ideal result for the first result, but then again I didn't pick the ideal set for hardways. Anyway. Plus 25 on that, gained the snake eyes, which is nice. I think it's the first one with snake. No, we had a couple more. Okay, cool. Let's go. Three, 6, 3, 6. way off the table. That's a 415 secondary. So 5 is our point. Nice sound, 3636. Thank you. Six five. I wanted the 3-1, not the 6-5, but everything is welcome. 6-5 yo. Another chiro. Nice. That's a 1, 2, 3. I don't like the 1, 2, 3 happening after the 6-5 because the combination of the two is 7 and 7. But it does predict that the next numbers will not be 7s but rather 1, 5, 6 or 6, 2, 8. That's all. Five, 4, 9. Okay, I'll take that. Well, that's 5, 4, 9. Okay, so we have 4 numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. We can change set. I'll go with a 5, 4, 5, 4. Three, 5, 8. That's axis. 3, 5, 8. Okay, so that's my 2 hits and down. Doing my 160 across. 5454. Here we go. Dice up. Let's say 213. Dice up. 5454. Three, 1, 4. So we have a 6 to hedge. The 6 for, I don't know, 700, I guess. That would be nice. Let's continue with a bet across. Place bet this. Cool. So we got 3 numbers out of this one. So we changed set again to 3, 1. Well, it's not really a change of set, but hi Mel. Nice up. That was a bad result. It was off the table, so we don't care. Never happened. 3, 1, 3, 1. Dice out. Aces again. This is where we get the repeaters, and we look really good. 2.29 went up to 304. So from a bad roll, we went up to being a really nice roll. Sorry about that. There we go, 3, 1, 3, 1. Four, 5, 9. Nice out. 3, 1, 3, 1. 314. Nice up. 3131. Aces again. Primary. All right, going to 5151. Nice. 1, 2, 3. That's axis. That's another repeater on the 3. One, two, 1, 2. Let's do this. So I'm doing a bit of rhythm rolling now. We don't mind. Getting too old for this. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice. And that's a 2, 5, 7. Double pitched it. That was a what? That was a 14. So the slightly better by 4. That means 40% better in that respect. But what are we trying to do here? We switched from V sets to hardware sets simply because we were seeing a lot of off-axis results happening. Okay, but when I say we, I became a bit complacent in that I had a 3-1, 3-1 set and I got a 3-1-4. Stuck with the 3-1, 3-1, I got a primary hit again, snake eyes. I went to 5151. I got 1, 2, 3 secondary. These are all signs. These are all things that are telling me get the F away from hardware sets. They're not saying, oh yeah, this is, you know, you're the best. They're just saying get off that and go to V sets, simply because if you double pitch a V set, there is 50% less sevens on that set. Stop trying to, you know, get the glory out of hardware results and primaries. Primaries on V sets are not going to hurt you. So it's things like that that we should be considering, as opposed to the results themselves being, you know, impressive for the table and making money for the table. And this is, you know, the big sort of dilemma that is the barrier that I have trying to push these ideas of, you know, if you are on axis, stay away from hardways, whereas people are trying to teach you in order to, you know, be a good shooter, you need to be on axis. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. With hardware sets, you can never 7 out if you have one die of axis, and this is why we actually went to those sets to begin with. And then we started shooting on axis. So that would have been a transition point. After 2 results on axis, I should have transitioned to V sets across 6s. Just saying, you know, just somebody said, talking through it, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right. I think the set I was using was a 1-2-1-2, and I got a 5-2-7, which was rotation, double pitch, 2-5 or 5-2, doesn't matter. It was rotation, double pitch. So if I was on a 3V set, 3-2-3-6, rotation, double pitch, would have been either a 2-1 or a 5-6-0, non-7 results, simply because there's only 2 results which are 7s on any V set or cross 6. All right, let's go back to the set that we were using before, the 2-3-2-6. It's an inverted V set, and it takes care of the implosion side of things. Here we go. That's that. This is the set. The implosions are here. If you rotate, implode is a boxcar. Rotate, implode is hard 6. So 2-3-2-6. Here we go. Nice one. Five, 3. That's an implosion of my right die. I would say within the predictable parameters, but 5-3. I have a message. I'll have to read this one. Skill. Okay. Thank you, Skill. 5-3-8. That's up. Two, 3, 2, 6. That's it. 246. That I don't like. The explosion of the right die. And it has a 538 on the other side. So it must have been the same mechanics, just over rotations. Over rotations are not good. Okay. That's it. Two, 3, 2, 6 dice out. Six, 4, 10. That's a drift. And we're coming down. Okay, 160 across. So that's 3 numbers. Here's what happened. Drift, 6, 4, 10. We don't mind drifts on V sets. We don't mind the both dice exploding. We don't mind both dice imploding. What we do mind is the one off axis. Hard 4, that's a primary. So that's 4 numbers from this 2, 2. So here's a question to you guys. Would you stay on the same set if you had a commitment towards ATS? Would you be off the table by now with enough money to say, okay, I am happy with the big sort of bets, I'm coming down and I'm giving more attention to the ATS? And if so, what would you do? Would you change your set to accommodate other results, or would you stick to the same set? That's a question that not a lot of people think about, but it's very important, I would say, in terms of planning your dice strategy. Oops, 2, 3, 2, 6. I want to see your answers. Six, 1. What happened there? This is an implosion with the ace coming from the bottom of the right eye. All right, so I want to ask Dawn this question. 6-1. I think it's one of those chicken and the egg kind of questions. In order for you to make more money than the ATS would make you, that would mean that your money was accelerated or made at least 30 times the bet that you have on the ATS, unless that ATS bet is very low. I tend to sort of put a lot of money on the ATS, like 25, 25, 25, which pays 750, and another 750 on the top, and another 3,000 something if we hit everything. Now, I know it's a bit of an extreme out there kind of situation, but you must have made a lot of money either on your bets, on your box numbers, or your ATS commitment is very low. And if that is the case, I do agree with your strategy. You're just there to, you know, be a part of the ATS celebrations. But if you're seriously, you know, betting on the ATS, look around and see after your regression. Yeah. Got you. Okay. You see, I'm not someone who would call themselves a strategist, so I'm actually asking. Same said, ignore ATS. This is Skill says I wouldn't chase the ATS. Jen said, same said, ignore ATS. All right. I see where you're going with this. Well, I will share with you some of my very limited experience at tables. Most of the big payouts we made as a group were when we actually hit either full ATS or part of thereof. And sometimes we changed the losing session into a winning session simply because one in our group, one of us in the group actually did hit the ATS. It is something that, if done properly and if you regress properly, can be very, very, very sort of lucrative. So that is why I raised that question, but I do see your comments, and I think most of you have a lot more experience than I do. So 300 ATS is easily paid from my across bets, which has paid for it after the regression. That's correct, and that is why after the regression I believe that the ATS has a lot more value. So I'm not sure whether I am right in this, but that's my belief. So it doesn't matter if it hits or not, it's a bonus bet. Okay, fine. What I notice is the 555 for the shooter, and I look forward to the day in real life with a group of great shooters, 25, 25, 25, and actually having a chance in one session is different. Okay. Now I understand everybody, and you guys have more experience than I do because you're there, you have the chance to visit casinos at will. I don't, so you must have seen a lot more. Okay, so Jen says yes, it's just a bonus, don't let it ruin a good roll. No, if I was to make a comment on that, obviously what I do when I set my bets up is this. Maybe I do a 25, 25, 25. and I have a 25 for the pass line. So that's an exposure of $100. My bets on the boxes will reflect that exposure, and hopefully within a couple of hits I'll be able to regress. For example, if I do my 960 across, it means that my first hit would be a 210 minimum. So I say, okay, 210. Then I will press up my bets another 160 across. So the next hit is going to be a 245 minimum. So I have made 210 plus 245, that's 455. Now 455 means minus 100 for my ATS, which is 75, and my pass line. So I only made 355. Then I have to look at the bets that I'm going to employ on the table, which is a 160. So from that 355, if I take 150 away, is 205. 195. 195 is the profit that I have taken off the table. So it's not a lot. It's enough, I guess, but it's not a lot to support you if you lose a 160 in the next roll. 960 minus 165, you're at the loss of 800. So you have to be thinking short game and long game. Now, if you make the tall or the small, that 160 plus the 750 just created an opportunity for you to be able to lose the 960 across on the next shooter. And that's why I'm thinking very, very long term and very short term at the same time. Here we go. Let's see where we are. I forgot where we are. We're at 60. I owe you another 12 rolls. Let's do this. 25 pass line. 100, 100, 100. So that's 325 exposure in total. All right. Two, 3, 2, 6. We had a drift. We had a primary. We had a one-off axis. And the last result was okay. Was a bit extreme. 2, 3, 2, 6. We're going to turn them to 3, 5, 6, 5. Seems to just quarter turn away. Aces. Believe it or not, that's a really good start when you get the aces. Becomes much easier to hit the ATS. Anyway. Let's go. Here we go. Three, 5, 6, 5. That is it. Hardy 844. Eight is a point. I'm going to do this is like how much? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. All right, 1200 across, I guess, something like that. For 2 hits and down. For 5, 6, 5. Nice out. Six, 3. That is implosion of both dice. Through 5, 6, 5. Dice up. That's a 6-5 yo. Implosion left. It's 4 numbers. 4, 6, 4, 5. How did you do that? Mother of... From a 1, 2 went to 5. 5, 2. Alright, that was a loss. Shit. It was a 5. Even make it Okay, sorry, I will not be answering, I will not be looking at the chat in Crapsee because it's a little bit too much to keep up with everything. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. That's out. Three, 5, 6, 5. That's out. 5, 6, 5. That's it. Three, 1. That's a double pitch. 3, 1. It was a side pitch because the 5s are here. 3, 5, 6, 5. Double pitch. 2, 5. It's going to destroy my SRR. Mother of shells. Repeat last. Okay, so making all these transpositions in my head. 2, 3, 5, 4. Going with all 7 sets. Slight adjustment to the grip. Let's see. 4, 5, 9 second. Short roll. Two, 3, 5, 4. Dice up. One, 2, 3. Two, 3, 5, 4. I'm doing what Jen is telling me to do, not changing sets. It's Dyson. Two, 1, 3. Two, 3, 5, 4. Dice. Three, 2, 5. Dice up. Two, 3, 5, 4. One, 4, 5. Two, 3, 5, 4. Dice. 2, 4, 6. Secondary. Nap. All right. I have to go, guys. Last shot. Nice out. And that's a 5-2 primary. Get right on cue. Okay. Sorry to cut this short. Very quick. Okay. We leave you with who is on top. Thank you, everyone. On that note, this is George. Sorry about that. I have to go. Dice are out.